day to the burlesque show, there was the one girl that like swallowed swords and stuff. That was like, it was kind of scary, but it was amazing. Like, she had one, she like, it was like the longest one, because everyone that she had, she would like hold up to herself so you like see how long it is, and I was like, holy shit. And then she like had one like halfway in, and then it was like no hands. She had it there.
I don't like this
and
at
then
all.
it just like went down.
No.
She like let go of it.
No.
Somehow. Oh my God.
I hate this, actually.
That was, that was the one that like scared me a little bit, but it was also incredible.
I don't know if my anxiety could have sat through that. I really don't.
There was one that was curved.
I don't think I like this one bit, actually. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to go to that one.
Oh my God. It was.
I will stick with Star Wars.
Insane.
I went to a Star Wars burlesque show, and I still don't know anything about it. Like, I will say, like,
everything I know about Star Wars is from burlesque.
I learned from burlesque, which I think that would piss a lot of fans off. But like, the MC would be like, how do we feel about this guy? And I was like, I don't know, crowd. How do we feel? Like, the only person I know for sure is bad is that Darth dude. And then they started talking about like how Anakin was bad, and I was like, what?
Spoilers.
Oh shit. Oh no, everybody. You've had 80,000 years. I'm so sorry to do that to you. I mean, if I had to get it spoiled for me at 27, you know, if I can't watch Star Wars, no one can. But Learned Homeboy was bad, and I was like, oh my God. No, it was a great time. I'm not going to the burlesque show that Bri went to, though. I think I'd probably pass out.
It was so
Yours
much
sucks.
fun.
It doesn't suck. I'm sorry to say that.
Don't say that.
I'm not going to say that. I retract that statement. I mean, like, yours sounds scary.
It was incredible. The one that I went to was just such a celebration of just like all different kinds of bodies and genders.
Yours
and
was
everything.
fun.
It was incredible.
You guys like how I changed I was like, hers sucks. I mean, like, hers would scare me, but hers was also beautiful.
It was only the one person.
And you can go to both burlesque shows. We're not making you pick. You don't. Star Wars is not exclusive to Abby, because like, I don't even know shit about like about those bitches. I just know there's that shiny bitch. I like that. Who's that?
Mm-hmm. C-3PO?
Yep.
Okay.
And then there's that R2-D2 dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Sleia. No, it's Princess Leia. I know, guys. Queen Amidala. I always liked that name too. Madala.
These are names from Star Wars.
What they do, who they are, what side they're on. Who are those white guys? The droids? The drones?
Stormtroopers? Yeah. I don't know.
Like what they do?
Now I'm doubting what I said, what my answer was.
What was your answer?
Stormtroopers.
No, I think you're right with a stormtrooper being the white dudes.
That sounds hysterical. Well, I'm glad you liked it, and you kind of
understood the content.
Some things about Star Wars.
I've got ideas and concepts. I'm never gonna see the movie.
You have ideas of what they would look like if they had an amazing set of abs.
Oh my God, these people! I like. Wow. If anything, it was inspiring too for my gym routine.
I straight up had a crush on like half the girls in the show.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Like half of them, I was like, I want to be you. And the other half of them, I was like, hey.
No, there were a lot of feelings.
What's your number?
There were a lot of feelings about a lot of things.
But they were all talented, and it was incredible. And it was amazing. I loved it. So yes, we highly support burlesque shows.
And you know who also was in burlesque? Cher.
She was.
You guys knew I had to do that.
Wagon Wheel Watusi.
Fucking love you, Cher.
Speaking of all of this, happy Pride, everybody.
Yes, happy Pride Month, babies. We are so happy to be celebrating. Just everybody be loud with it.
Loud and proud.
Loud and proud for who you are, and fuck anybody that says otherwise and thinks you're less, because you're not. You're beautiful. We all are.
Yeah. Don't feel like you have to come out if you're not comfortable with it yet. You don't even have to figure out what you are. I've been doing a lot of digging into that lately, actually, recently. I'm just like trying to figure out what exactly where I fall. And I know I was having the conversation with my sisters, and they were like, I mean, you don't have to have a label.
You don't.
And I was like, yeah, that's true.
And I've always felt that way too, of like, I'm connected more to a soul than I am to like a gender or that doesn't mean much to me.
Yeah.
I like really, come on. Like everybody, like I want to fuck Fred Armisen so bad. And everybody's like, what? Why? I was like, the man's hilarious.
What color is that on the flag?
Where do I fall with that? Where do I fall for wanting to fuck Fred Armisen?
But we love everyone here, and we support you all. We are all of the communities, every part of the alphabet.
Yeah, we don't like really want you all here.
We support every single one of you, and I know that especially lately there's just been so much specifically targeting trans and
drag queens.
And those are two huge communities that we are such supporters of, and we love you guys so much. So we are allies here. We are here for you guys. You guys are welcome. You are all roomies. And
oh my God, you couldn't have said that any better. Literally, Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family. Okay?
Rent-free roommates. When you're here, you're family. Don't come for us, Olive Garden.
Please don't. Like, honestly. No, when you're with Bri and Abi, you're good.
Yeah.
Be who you want to be.
And I hope you do feel welcome, because whether this is your first time or not, welcome in, guys. Welcome home.
Sorry about the mess.
We're getting there. It was a rough week.
I've been sick.
Rough couple weeks.
Bri's just been stormtrooping it along.
But in case it is your first time, I'm Bri.
I'm Abi.
And we are your rent-free roommates.
Hi, darlings.
And I do actually, speaking of, want to take a minute just to say thank you so much to Abi and to everyone.
Well,
really.
you guys, I didn't know anything about this.
But yeah, I did. If a lot of you saw on social media that I did lose a loved one, and I did have a pretty rough 2 weeks. And I just appreciate you all for giving me the space, and for Abi for taking care of me while I'm here. And then for my friend Emily and my sisters and my family for taking care of me while I was back home. So thank you.
But no, I'm just really happy to be back doing this. But most importantly, I'm glad that like Bri took the time to herself. I feel like the post that we put out couldn't have summed it up better, of like, practice what we preach on here, and mental health is so important to us, and like it was important for Bri to be with her loved ones. So we just really appreciate the like time and space everybody gave her, because I mean, we need Bri at her best. She's so fucking funny.
Thank you, because you really did remind me. You were not like forceful, but you were just like, if you didn't say something, I was going to, because like, no, we shouldn't be doing this right now. Like, we don't need to do this. We can take a minute.
Yeah.
You can take a minute. So thank you for that, because
it's what I'm here for.
I needed that reminder.
It's what I'm here for. And you guys, like, come on. If you didn't just love that heartfelt moment right there, if that didn't woo you to follow us, share us, that's how great we can be to you, and I can be to you. Come on. Like, that was a little insight into what you could have when you're with Bri and Abi. So, I mean,
yes.
My God, hit that follow button.
Right.
Maybe share us.
Yeah, please.
Ooh,
get us to share.
We still need that review. And we still do need to get to share. Like, so this is how in depth we're going at the moment. We have fan art now. Emily, like,
brand new, hot off the presses.
When we were talking about, when you're with us too, you're going to know our friend Emily. She's the shit. And she made some fan art to get us to share. And we'll show you guys. That's the kind of support we're looking for as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, we do want to get to her. And I'd like to have a sing-off with her for no reason. For no reason other than to say I had a sing-off with Cher. What do you think?
I think that would be great. I also think it would be such a great thing to do.
I don't know if Cher would like me. I kind of think Cher would tell me I'm a shit. But I kind of would be like, thank you.
I think it'd be a really sweet thing to do and support us in Pride Month. So be an ally and share us with Cher.
Yeah.
I don't even know. This one really got away from us. We're all over the place. Oh, if you didn't see any of that, and if you don't want to miss out on this amazing fan art, you need to be following us on social media.
You do.
That's where you're going to see all of it. Yeah. And so in case you missed the post and you're like, where did they go? We posted about it. We told you guys. So I don't know why I'm sounding so combative all of a sudden. But please follow us on social media. Give us a like, subscribe, rate us for sure. Maybe not now. I don't know.
Yeah,
where
be
this is coming
generous.
from.
I don't know why we're not angry at you.
No, I really appreciate you guys.
We're not angry, okay? We just want you to follow us. Like, give me your phone. Okay. I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking email share. I don't care. I'll slide into her DMs. I'll do it.
But please follow us.
No, please and thank you. We love you so much.
I think it would be so cute. I would really.
Are you just as confused about this intro as we are? Let me break it down for you. Here's what I think you should take away from it. One, we're happy to have Bri back. We love her. And she's taking care of herself, just like we want you to take care of yourself. We're an ally, and if you're an ally with us, you will follow us. You'll follow us. Am I missing something?
And if you want to email us, if we haven't scared you off yet.
Oh, yeah.
Or even if you want to email us to be like, hey, cool it, then you can absolutely do that and email us at rentfreeroommates@gmail.com.
Yeah, no, do that.
That is rentfreeroommates@gmail.com.
Fuck yeah, Bri.
It's been a while.
Fuck yeah, Bri. How did that
good.
feel?
Felt great.
Fuck yeah. We should get into it with that.
Sounds good.
Perfect. You know how I went to Best Intentions last night? Mm-hmm. For everybody who obviously doesn't know, if you don't live in the city, Best Intentions is like this little cute, fun little divey bar in Bri and I's old neighborhood. I was there last night. I love this bar. But one of the times that I was there, I let one of my intrusive thoughts win. And I swear I'm not crazy. I swear I'm not, but this story will make me sound crazy. I bit a glass. Because I don't know why, but my brain, like, you literally have that intrusive thought. Have you guys ever just, like, put your teeth on a glass and been like, man, I bet I could snap this? I don't know. I do, at least. I do. So that's what I was thinking. And I don't know. I was just like, fuck it. And I did it. And I like, after I did it, I was like, okay. But I was like, great. Now I have a broken glass. And I do need to explain this. I was like, obviously, I'm just going to lie. So I told the bartender, and obviously him not being a born yesterday baby was like, did you bite the glass? And I was like, no. But he was a weird dude, too. And I think he thought it was, like, funny, but also concerning. But, you know, he has a sense of humor. And he came back, and he gave me an Elmo mug for the rest of the night. And that's all I think about every time I go there. It's a great way to get remembered because everybody remembers me there. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, you can see it in an episode of Easy. I think it's in the second season.
Yeah.
They actually use our old neighborhood a lot in that show.
So, yeah, it was a great time, Bri. And I can't wait to bite more glasses now that it's open again.
Nothing like feeling like a child after you act like a child.
No, but like, really, was he wrong? No, it was all fair. And I laughed. He laughed. We're friends.
I felt like a child today.
I get a sippy cup every time I go in.
I miss sippy cups.
You know, just bite a glass and maybe you'll get one.
My mechanic guy was making me feel like a child today.
I love that story. And I love that he is just like, he's basically just like, I get it together, girl.
He really is.
He really just wants you to
that
do, literally, he
exactly.
just wants you to get it together.
Literally, I was leaving. He was like, take care of your car. I was like, okay, Dad.
He's literally, he's rooting for you so hard. Please don't let him down. He is.
I feel like he's really fed up with me.
No, it's tough love because he's like, girl, prioritize your shit, he said.
This sweet little man, he is just, I want to put him in my pocket, but he also talks to me like a disappointed parent. when I bring my car to him, and usually it is like I've let it go too long for my oil change by the time I'm going to him because he's way out of the way, and I go to him because he has a Groupon.
Yeah, obviously. In this economy, yeah. If you don't have a Groupon, I'm not going to you.
Oh my God. Usually who I assume is his wife, is there selling tamales, and like I usually love my time there, but today he was very disappointed in me. He was like, you see how dark it is? Like talking about like the oil, and then like he was like, smell this, and like
No, are you trying to kill me? Ew, no. I've seen movies.
He's like, what's it smell like? And I was like,
No, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to. Sorry, sir. I can't smell that.
It was his fingers, and it was
Bri, stop the story. Bri, I don't care if you're getting a Groupon.
I'm kidding. It was the filter thing.
I'm like, I don't think the discount's worth it, babe. I think you're going to get killed next time.
No.
What's this smell like? Da, 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 da. Next thing you know, he's going to be like, can I show you something in this basement? I just want to show you this car tire. Like, what the fuck?
He's just a dad. He told me he did a good thing for me today because he sprayed my perfume on my cabin filter, the new filter. And he was like, turn your air on. And I was like, oh.
That's such a dad thing to do, huh?
And I was like, oh, it does. It's kind of
But so would a discount.
Yeah. I literally already told you that I was like hurting for money. And then he was like, you also need this. We need to flush the engine. And I was like, stop.
Oh my God. I love being a stupid little girl with cars.
I was like, this is because I used a Groupon, huh?
Yeah. Oh my God, it is.
Anyways, so I'm getting taken advantage of by my mechanic. What else is new?
Just take care of your fucking car, Bri.
I haven't. See, that's the other part that I was like crossing my arms and like looking down at the floor, like kicking rocks. I was feeling so good about myself. Like, I'm washing my car and I like cleaned it out.
Well, you bitch just got humbled.
Yeah. He was like, well, that doesn't fucking do anything if
well,
your car's not
your
running.
car looks great, but it doesn't move. You see how dark your oil is?
So my dad, if you do hear this, I got my oil changed. It's good. I'm not going to let it go that long again. It's been a long time that I let it go that long. But
and her car smells good.
I know. Bottom line is, I know.
Bottom line is, no, I didn't bite the cup, and Bri knows. Bri knows to change her oil more frequently.
So anyways.
We're going to get into this next story. How to deal with feeling like I'm being used for sex. I started dating again after being in a 5-year relationship. I downloaded Hinge and Bumble since they seem more serious than Tinder, and I wasn't looking for a hookup, but an LTR. Long-term relationship, everybody. I only swipe with girls that have looking for long-term relationship / open to short on dating apps. I have no trouble getting matches and going on a date every other weekend, but holy shit, nobody wants to actually date. I always end up hooking up with them on the first or second date, but after a couple of weeks and several dates, I always get hit with a text along the lines of, I really like you and hanging out with you, but I'm exploring my options now, and I don't want to lead you on. This has happened 4 times in the past 3 months. They always want to keep things casual. I don't even bring exclusivity or nothing like that, and somehow I still get a text like that. I guess I'm a very lovey-dovey person since I'm Latino and I'm dating girls in Toronto, but I'm not sure if it's my fault or if I'm on a bad luck streak since I got back to dating. I feel awful and used since I'm looking for a real connection and someone to actually spend the rest of my life with. You should message me. Are you in Canada though? Because we're in Chicago, so that might be a little difficult, but let's talk. No, but like I feel like I'm kind of in the same boat with you, to be honest. Yeah. It's hard. I feel like I do go back and forth, and yeah, that sucks because it really is hard right now. I do feel like that. And I wouldn't even necessarily say it's you. I really don't think it is. I just think we are really in a time, though, where I feel like people really do just want to explore, like, their sexuality more on, like, open relationships, being in, like, multiple, like, I just think that's a huge thing right now. Mm-hmm. And it's probably like personally, I don't think it's personal.
No.
At least,
I agree.
you know, because like I feel that way too, especially when I talk to people. Like I just was talking to a guy who I thought was like pretty cool, and like it wasn't even going to be anything serious. Like we both even knew that, but like I couldn't even get him to do like bare minimum shit. Like,
yeah.
Like that kind of thing. And I'm like, you fucking suck. And I feel awful. And it does feel awful. And I'm like, is it me? Like, am I like, why don't you want to meet me?
Yeah.
Like that. But I'm like, no, you're just kind of like, you're just not somebody. In my mind, they're like, that's just the universe removing them. Cause I'm like, hindsight is 2020, and yes, it felt like shit and I felt awful because like he was really attractive and I was super excited, the vibes were great, and then come the day of, I'm like, ew, why are you being such a dickhead?
Yeah.
And I was like bummed, but I'm like, no, I'm so glad you're like not somebody I ended up meeting or giving any energy to. I would say for you, I would probably set some better boundaries with like the whole hooking up. It sounds like that makes you feel bad. And I think you should listen to yourself, how you feel after those interactions. So at the very least, I mean, it's going to suck because you might get people who don't want to talk to you then but like it's going to weed out the people who aren't worth your time and who aren't. And like then you're going to not feel like shit because like then you're not going to feel used. Yeah. I think you need to like set your expectations. Like if you don't want to be having sex, you don't need to. And you can tell them that too. And if they don't, like, it's the same thing I would tell any of my friends. If they like give you shit or tell you how to fuck them.
Right.
Like you don't want that person in your life then because they're not on the same wavelength as you. And I think it'll be easier to weed those people out and then feel a little bit better about the situation. Like feel like you had some dignity with it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. No.
Thanks for hanging in there.
I think you put it perfectly. And it's hard to do, but I think it's something to work on is, like Abby had mentioned, just not taking it so personally. It is hard in something like dating to not take that stuff personally. But honestly, I'm glad that at least these people are communicating with you and like ending things with some kind of communication instead of just like fucking ghosting or just not showing up and then just like turning down, like, because then you're just that really is wasting time. Like when you keep trying to put in effort and this person just like keeps changing plans or just like won't commit to anything, then it really is just like because I don't know, like then don't take like any of that stuff personally either. It's flipping the perspective. I feel like I said this maybe last episode too, of take it as a sign that it's not a match, not meant to be, and at least you didn't waste more time with that. It doesn't make it any easier when you're going through it because it's still in a way rejection, but
unfortunately that's dating too though.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have been out of the game for a while. It's been, you said 5 years. And that's kind of a lot. And I feel like you kind of forget though that like you do have some like trial and error as well before you find good people. I mean, think about how many people there are in this world. They're not all going to be great or good. I think this can be good for you because you can weed out and possibly change up your communication style to set maybe better expectations when you're talking to people as well.
Yeah.
Or go into things knowing like where you stand on sex, that kind of thing too. And I think it's just like, this is going to teach you to maybe understand where your boundaries are right now. And I mean, maybe reevaluate how you're approaching some of these situations too.
Yeah. Because I am really proud of you for recognizing how you're feeling and recognizing what it is that you want. That's a big step in the right direction. There are so many people that don't even know that. Like they're just dating and they're just like swiping through and going through the motions and don't actually know what they want, but feeling disappointed, but not knowing why they feel disappointed. So I'm really proud of you for knowing that. And I too can really relate to that. I realized, I did all the dating apps and was having fun and doing all the casual stuff, but it did start weighing on me at some point. And I did start feeling, like you said, I started feeling used as well. I was like, okay, nobody will go any further. And it's literally just like casual hookup after casual hookup. And that was fun for a little while, but now I do kind of want, at that time, I was like, I think, I don't even know actually then that if I wanted something real or like a longer term relationship or what kind of relationship, but I knew that the whole casual thing was not making me feel good. I was feeling used. I was not feeling good about myself anymore. It wasn't feeling wanted. So I mean, that was part of why I stepped away and just kind of took a break from everything. But that's really important for you to know. I'm glad that you've recognized that. And I'm glad that you're checking in with yourself and how you're feeling about those things. But it is trial and error. Unfortunately, I think there's kind of that weird transition coming out of a regular relationship that you're missing a lot of that companionship. And that's a lot of what you're looking for. And for, coming out of that and then going into kind of the fast-paced, very casual, more heavily casual dating world of today, it's hard to transition back into that. And it is hard to not take it personally. So definitely know that it is not just you. It's just not a match. Like, that's just part of dating. It's not that you're not worthy of matching with. It's not that you're not worthy of dating. These people that you are matching with on the apps just aren't an actual match for a relationship. And moving on from that is the best thing to do.
And I think we just a couple of things here that struck me as Bri was talking. It was the first thing I would maybe suggest too, if you're possibly looking to, I guess, be a little bit more forward about your expectation on these apps too, is Hinge lets you do writing prompts. And I wonder if you could maybe change that to something more catered to what you're looking for on these sites too. Yeah. That's certainly something, it at least takes away the guessing game for most people. So I would hope that anybody who does match with you has read that and is being a little bit more intentional with their interactions with you then. So that's maybe something you could do. But also the way you kind of worded all of this too, I think we need to change our mindset about you being the problem here. It's them not being good enough for you too. They're not a match for you. Yeah. And I think once you realize that, I think when you're going on your dates and hooking up with these people and doing this, really pay attention to how you're feeling with them too. If it's not feeling right, listen to yourself. Or if you feel bad after these interactions, then I said, I don't think maybe sex should be on the table so soon for you then too, because it's obviously not making you feel good about yourself afterwards. And I think that's going to help your mindset with this too. But also when you're talking to these people, think, are they good for me? Because that's what's really important here. And it's taking breaks too when things aren't going well or when it's affecting you because dating is emotionally draining because you're taking in people's energies and it's exhausting. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're not finding the right people or finding the right situations, I think it might be time to take a breather and just reevaluate and really focus on next time you get out there, what boundaries you're setting for yourself, and also understanding that it's not solely apps that you have to be doing.
You didn't really speak to how the relationship ended. I hope it was amicable, and I hope you kind of gave yourself time to heal after that if it was really needing that. I think even when it ends kind of mutually or even amicably, I think there's some healing time that
is needed.
Yeah.
Always.
And I also think 5 years is a good chunk of time. And I think there's also this transitional period after a breakup of kind of rediscovering who you are.
It is true. I mean, it really is. You haven't been just yourself for the last 5 years.
Right. You've been you in a relationship. You've been you and somebody else and this significant other. And there's a lot of shared personality and life and everything when it's gone on for that long. So kind of rediscovering who you are right now in this time outside of a relationship again is something that maybe needs to be done, and that will help you set your boundaries and
truly
be able to communicate exactly what it is that you're looking for.
I mean, you can explain that to your dates too, just so you I mean, I see it in a lot of profiles now, to be honest, or they're like, you know, sex is not expected on the first or even the second date.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think that then you get more intentional people who are a little bit more catered to what you're looking for. So I think being like, if and when you do go back out there, I think you should be a little bit more specific. And I think that takes time too. Like Bri and I have been saying, of like, give yourself some time to breathe, reevaluate who you are and really like what you want and how you want to be presenting yourself to people, so that you find people who align with your goals, your wants, your needs right now.
Yeah.
But I think you're only going to be able to do that with time. And I think you should really, like, when you're on these dates, if it feels right to have sex with them, great. Like, you'll know, I feel like. 'Cause I mean, I've never not known, you know, when I wanted, you know.
I mean, if a person told me that they weren't into having sex too soon or anything like that, or like even if they had a certain amount of dates, I do think like go off of feelings and trust your gut and listen to yourself and how you're feeling about moving forward into having sex in whatever relationship, however new it may be. But if a person told me that they weren't ready to have sex or they wanted to take things slower, I would respect the fuck out of that.
As you should.
Like, that would speak volumes.
And I think that will help you too. If like these, like, because then honestly, if you tell them that and they're like, ooh, that's not what I'm looking for, great. You did get a form of rejection, but you still have like that dignity aspect of yourself where like, yeah, I don't feel used. I was really upfront. We just truly weren't on the same page. Mm-hmm. And then I think that takes like that part out of like you feeling like shit, because I mean, I would too, especially if that was happening right after sex. But like communication here is, I feel like intentional communication on your end, since like you have some specifics and specific things that make you feel a way. I think it's really important for you to announce that. And if anybody has any like objections to it, then they are not worth it for you.
Yeah.
But that's just love yourself, baby.
I feel like there's no, like, don't be afraid or don't feel weird about even explaining it, because I think what you're feeling right now is so relatable. And so many people feel it too. And also,
it's also what you want though.
Right. And because we live in a time where we all do take everything so personally, so quickly, that having that's the other piece of why I would respect that so much if somebody did communicate that to me, because now they've given me the ability to not take it personally, to not be like, well, what's wrong with me? Why doesn't he want to have sex with me? Am I gross? Like, well, just like spiral into every reason why he might not want to have sex with me. Yeah. It's not that. It's that you're not wanting to get into sex too quickly, and you want it. And especially, like, I mean, we both have said already, we can relate to this. So being open with that and explaining, like, I've just kind of been doing the casual thing and it makes me feel really used. So I'm really trying to take things slower, and however it is that you're comfortable in explaining that, I think that would be huge. And I would love to hear that from a person. I'd be like, that's so fucking cool that they were brave enough or just like, felt good enough or felt comfortable enough with me to explain that and to communicate that to me. I love that.
And I think it's going to set such good like expectations for your partner too.
Yeah.
And I think it can only open like, cause like when you do get people, I feel like you're already starting off on such like a positive note, depending on how they react to it. If it's like with like open art, like love that, blah, 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 blah. I think it just like already creates this like wonderful bond of like open communication where I'm like, if I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. But I'm like, because I'm not sorry for what I'm about to say, but I'm like, if a man had told me that, I would instantly have probably like a safe feeling. I'm like, great. I feel really safe, like expressing when I want something, when I don't, because they do. Like you're setting a very good tone with that. And it kind of like immediately would make me feel some sort of ease with you. Yeah. And I'd probably be a lot more myself and genuine, knowing that like the expectation isn't just sex. Mm-hmm. And I think that is just, you know, like something that depending on how your partners are going to react, I think will be a really good, tell all of if they're worth your time, and if they're not, they're not.
Yeah. I think you're moving in the right direction, and you're listening to yourself, and that's huge. So definitely keep doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And if anything, just even improve upon it or grow with it. And
but no, it's not you.
No,
it's not you.
Definitely not.
You just have different, like, you just have certain wants and needs, and you're not asking for a lot either.
Right.
It's just a matter of, I feel like you know what you want, so stand up for what you want.
Yeah.
And stand your ground.
Just keeping that open mind, and also not being afraid to give yourself space if you need it. You know, you don't have to jump back into anything, especially if it's not making you feel good. Whether you choose to take a break or keep moving forward and just kind of changing things up a little bit, we wish you the best of luck. Keep us updated if you want to too, or if you have more questions, hit us up. It doesn't have to be on an episode. It can just be to us.
Yeah.
Let us know in whichever way you choose to communicate that. We always say, keep in touch. Don't be a stranger. And thank you for sharing this with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I did have 2 nice conversations with 2 different Dollar Tree employees. But it was one of those things where I feel like she was not feeling the person in front of me, because that person was also annoying me, because they were just, I don't know, all their shit was in the way. She just had her cart in the way. And then she like didn't put her stuff up on the conveyor belt. And the girl was literally like, can you put your stuff up? She was like, oh. I was like, what are you doing? Are you new?
See, it's like, like, I don't know if it's like the people pleaser in me, but like pretty much everywhere I go where someone's like servicing me, I aim to be like the best person they've ever dealt with. I'm like, I can actually get behind the register and do my own checkout if you'd like. Like, that's the kind of person I want to be.
One of them actually did have
That's actually so bad. I should unpack that with a therapist.
One of them had a self-checkout, which I haven't seen that at a Dollar Tree before.
Oh, God,
today.
It's happening.
It's
happening. Like, it's actually scary, and I'm scared. Because, like, wait, so, like, if AI takes over everything, can I just, like, be chilling and living a life then? Because, like, if they take all the jobs, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
Like...
This.
Great. Then I like that. Take all the jobs. Because there's, like, I think there's a McDonald's that's completely ran by just systems now. Like robots and all that shit. Like there's no humans.
Oh. Which
seems wild to me, because how are they going to prevent theft? I didn't read the articles that much. I just saw it, everybody. So if you have the answers to that, do let me know. What's stopping some fucking lunatic from just hopping back there and making like a quadruple cheeseburger for themselves and piecing out?
Maybe they'll have tasers.
What the fuck? What if the robots like bulk up and turn into like a transformer? And beat the shit.
Transformer with the little headset on.
Yeah. One moment, ma'am. Oh my God. Oh my God. That would actually, I would probably frequent that McDonald's then. If the robots are turning into Transformers. Sharks, do I have a concept?
I have no way of doing it myself, but
okay,
I am full of ideas.
So I'm super stoked that when all the machines take over, I still have probably like business potential. Because I have some ideas now, so I'm glad I know where I stand in society. I would say I'm being so silly.
That's my new favorite thing is that kind of self-love.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was doing the kitchen and was like about to do the garbage, and there was an actual spider crawling up the counter. Like,
in our house?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I didn't even hesitate.
I can't believe our house has bugs.
I looked at it and I said, don't move. And I went and got a shoe.
You killed
you were like
it?
asleep on the couch. Yeah, it was so swift. I just did it so quick, so I didn't even have time to think. And I just whack. And then I wasn't confident that I got it, but then I absolutely made sure, and I saw it on the bottom of the shoe. And then as I was walking back, I said to myself and to you, if you were awake, I said, that was a really brave thing that I did.
I'm glad I hung in there for that story. I liked it.
It was scary.
I'm glad I hung in.
Me too. But yeah, do that. Give yourself that credit. It felt great. And on that note.
Guy I'm dating likes to comment on how I spend my money. Red flag, or am I overthinking? Bri.
I'll listen to
Hold the comments until after, please. I've been dating a guy for about a month. We get along on many levels, but he seems highly critical of how I spend my money. For some background information, we live in New York City. I grew up here. He moved here from San Francisco. We both make six figures. I live with my parents to save money in order to buy my own property while he lives in a tiny studio in an upscale neighborhood. I save/invest as much as I can and have no debt at all. Jesus, I don't think I can tell you anything. Like
I was just talking about not being able to afford my oil change.
Are Bri and I really the best people for this one? Anyway.
Using fucking Groupon for an
Jesus,
oil change.
okay. But yeah, we're going to give you some advice here. From the beginning, he told me he doesn't like spending money on expensive things and food. Oh my God, what? I'm trying so hard not to keep my... From the beginning, he told me he doesn't like spending money on expensive things and food because he wants to save money to buy property here one day. Not if you're dead. Our dates have never cost over $40 for the both of us, which I don't care about at all because we always have a good time.
How do you do that in New York, though?
No, but really. What do? Just eat pizza in the park? However, I noticed he makes a lot of comments and inquiries about what I spend my disposable income on. For example, he asked me how many handbags I have and how much they cost. I told him I have 3 ranging from $150 to $200 each and a backpack. And I don't think that's a lot, to which he replied he thinks that is a lot. I also have mild rosacea on my face and get laser treatments 3 times a year. I was open with him about it and he asked how much the treatments cost. I told him it's $300 per session and would rather not spend money on it, but it helps my skin a lot. He implied that I was wasting money on it. He would ask how much my jewelry cost. I told him most are gifts from my mom and grandma and I only bought myself the earrings I was wearing that day, to which he wanted to know how much my earrings were. In the beginning, I thought they were just normal conversation topics, but now I'm not sure if this will spiral into something bigger if we continue seeing each other or getting more serious. Our lives are not intertwined yet and we are not official yet, and he is already making comments on how I spend my money. We both have similar financial goals and live below our means, but like to spend our disposable income on different things. Is this a red flag or normal / am I overthinking?
Who the fuck does he think he is?
No, but for real. Okay, like, no, for real, babe. Like, the fact that, no, stop it. Get him out of your life right now.
Yeah, that's
because
what we call
fuck
a
that
deal
guy.
breaker.
No, it is.
Bitch.
Because, no. If he's doing this now, he's going to, like, it goes back to what I was saying to the other story when I was, like, the guy who, like, wouldn't even fucking, like, meet up.
Yeah.
Like, if he can't even do that, like, if he's already doing, like, this kind of shit and you guys aren't even official. No, like, it's only going to get worse from there. Right. It reminds me of Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts. That's who you're talking to, the guy in that. And I don't mean to be like, I'm sorry. That's like a huge, fuck that.
That's disgusting.
Like, it actually really freaks me out because that is so controlling and that's got so many underlying things there because it's your money, babe. Like, $200 to $300, or like $150 to $200 for these bags, right? And you make 6 figures, you're fine.
That's nothing.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even notice that from your paycheck. That's fucking crazy. And also, it's your money, it's your hard work, it's your effort. He's got no fucking say in that. He's got no stakes in your life. Why? Shut up.
Absolutely. And I'm sure he spends money on, like, ridiculous amount of money.
Well, it's not our fucking business. And that's like the bottom line here.
Right.
Oh my God. And this just like, I don't make as much. Yeah. I got like, you're going to make me take a walk around the neighborhood, babe. But like, here's the thing. I also talked to a guy once when I was a server. And this is how I knew so quickly that the relationship was not going to work out and that I needed to get out of there because this was such a red flag. But basically, I mean, as a server, if anybody's ever served, you smoosh. You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You have to like sell yourself a little bit to like, not sell yourself. That's a bad way to put it. But like you definitely like sell your personality.
You're a salesperson.
You have to. Like, you have to. That's how you make your money. So, obviously, and I'm a naturally friendly person in general. Like, people just, I can have a conversation with a tree. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. And the guy who I was talking to happened to also work at that restaurant. And he pulled me aside one day. Keep in mind, we are still in, like, a very new talking phase. And he goes, am I going to see you flirting with everybody every time I come down there?
Ooh.
Oh, and you know what? To which I said to him, I said, oh, hey, do you pay any of my bills? No? Okay, well, then you're not going to tell me how I, like, try and make my money or, like, and I was, like, also, like, little did he know, not that I needed to defend myself, but, like, that guy was inquiring about a job there, and I was literally helping get him, like, my manager's card.
Yeah, talk about insecure.
So
Yikes.
insecure. And like that guy's insecure too. Like all of like anything controlling like that stems from some sort of insecurity. And baby, you are not a mommy.
And you're doing, I mean, you don't need to be told this, but you're doing incredible for yourself. Like you are smart with your money. You spend it and you deserve to also treat yourself. And even the way you're treating yourself, people that want to spend money and spend money on like designer bags and stuff like that, those go into the thousands. And you're just spending like hundreds, if that. You're still doing it
exactly
on like a quote unquote budget.
And you
honestly.
don't. Well, like, I mean, you can't die with your money, and if you're making that good of money with minimal bills, but bottom line is no. Fuck, right. You're not overthinking. He has no right to tell you what to do with your life, especially. I mean, nobody ever does. If you two were maybe married and like your financial like decisions were causing strain on the relationship and like your ability to live a life, but the man won't even buy food. Put him on TLC's like cheapskates. Like, fuck off. You can't be buried with your money, my dude.
Right. Yeah, I don't like...
Is property that important that you can't, like, the person you're seeing, you can't spend more than $40 on them? Because, like, literally, like, where is he taking you? It has to be, like, McDonald's. Because I literally breathe in Chicago and I spent $40. Like, what the fuck?
I can spend $40 at CVS next door.
No, like literally. That's crazy. Girl, you are worth so much more than that. Like, if you're not
very patient.
Yeah, if you're not somebody that you, I mean, if spending money is not your thing, it's not your thing, and you just happen to make good money and put it towards what you want. But like, know that when you want, and like, I should practice what I preach too, because I hate spending money as well, and I can be very frugal as well. But when I want something, I know that like I can treat like. I deserve this. It's what I want. Right. I can treat myself. I worked hard for this. This is my money and I can do with it what I want. And so can you. And that's like, nobody gets any say. Like sometimes my family's like, you need to be doing that. I'm like, it's not yours.
Right.
It's not yours.
And that type of insecurity, telling you something you do with your body is wasting money. Fuck off. Like who the fuck do you think you are?
What do you like about him? What do you like? What is his sell? Because, like, girl.
Yeah, it could be one of the Hemsworth brothers.
Is his dick made of gold? Because, like, I don't understand.
My God. Like, that's so gross.
It's actually disgusting because I just know for a fact that it's just going to be a domino effect. And I think if you're feeling this way now, I'm sorry, but, like, if you're not even dating him officially and you're already having these, like, imagine what it's going to be like when you date him.
Right.
It's not going to be good. And I think you need to get out.
He also seems like the kind of person, like, it would be very petty and be like, well, I spent this
Yeah,
time.
I don't like that too. Like, so I really can't handle that. And that's going to be, like, traumatic for you if you stick with them. Because, yes, Bri, you're correct. I feel like they will be somebody that, like... I mean, honestly, they're already doing a little bit of a number on you if you're having to reach out about it.
He 100% would start throwing in your face that, like, you don't pay money because you live with your parents, but he spends all this money on this tiny little apartment. Okay, you made that choice.
Okay, bitch. Yeah, go back to San Francisco then. Like, literally go.
Like, and it makes you both have lived in two of, like, some of the most expensive places to live in this country. So it makes sense that you're frugal. Good for you guys. But, like, he is obviously not in a space where he is ready to share anything with somebody else. He is still living a very selfish life and is trying to impose himself onto other people and his own beliefs and how he thinks money should be spent. Fuck that. You didn't make the money. You can't say where it's spent. And it's not hurting anybody, so fuck off.
Yes.
Ew. I hate cute.
I don't know.
It's cute.
A lot of nerve. A lot of nerve there.
It's a deal breaker.
It's a no from me, dog. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad that you're realizing these things. And I really do want it, because it does sound like you're realizing it. You're not about to put up with it, and I'm glad for that. And you shouldn't. And don't second guess yourself, because all of these things you're feeling in your gut.
No, like, I will literally fly to you, and I'll break up with him with you. And, like, you know what we'll do? Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll make him take you out to, like, a nice fucking restaurant, and then you leave him with the bill. Bitch, let's do that. And, like, literally then I'll come scoop you up. We'll go to mom and dad's. Have a movie night with them. They sound chill. And we'll just laugh about it because he fucking sucks and you're way better.
But just to anybody else, even if this isn't the exact kind of situation you're in, these are the things to listen for and to know, like we said, this is a deal breaker. This isn't even a red flag, but that type of action and those type of questions are red flags that there are so many more. It is going to be a sea of red flags. Like there's so much more behind that. And no one should be putting up with that. Like, fuck off and run. Get out of there.
Get that SpongeBob meme. Get up. Get your fucking ass up and get out.
And it makes me worried for the person that ends up with him because, yikes. It's not like it would be right. It's not right in any situation, but the fact that you both are literally even playing field, like you are both equal in what you make and all of that stuff, and you're conscious about how you spend money and things like that. So where is this even coming from?
I just also feel like people like that don't
this?
Like they don't have the capacity for a relationship. It's not going to be like a relationship that has any emotional connection to it.
But I think you already know you deserve so much better than this.
You're a queen.
And absolutely do not second guess what you're feeling because your instincts are right. You're picking up on all of the correct things. And you just gotta listen to it and run, girl, because
as fast as you can. Buy some new shoes and fucking run. No, just kidding. But no, yeah, don't talk to him anymore. If you get lonely, talk to us.
But yeah, know your worth and, only accept nothing less than that because he is not it. And you deserve so much better. And somebody that's going to respect the fuck out of what you've done for
and
yourself.
Your hustle. Yeah. If I would be like, damn, my bitch is bad.
Yeah.
My bitch makes 6 figures. She has no debt. She in vet. Like, girl.
She doesn't need me.
Yeah. Honestly. And you know what? That needs to be your gold standard moving on. Because, like, you clearly, like, you've got your shit together, girl. So, like, from now on, anytime you're dating moving forward, you just need to ask yourself, like, are they going to be a good fit for you? Meaning, like, I mean, you aren't the type of person, and not that like anybody is or tries to be, but like some people do date for like,
validation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, girl, you've got it. And so like,
right.
You just need to like, they need to be literally like, are they good for you? That
right.
kind of thing. Like,
you're literally just fitting them in because you
want to, like, because you want to.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be around them, then like that's why you should date them because like you're
right.
good with everything else, and they should be blessed.
Yeah. If you're ever feeling like it's just not, if you're just not having fun or you're not enjoying your time, then they don't deserve to spend time with you. You should be enjoying yourself because you've put in all the work to be able to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Bottom line is, you don't need a man's validation.
No.
Or them telling you.
Need no man.
You don't. And you don't need them telling you how to spell your, like, you're good, girl.
Yeah.
Tell them goodbye.
But best of luck.
Delete his number.
I hope that you get some better, find some better people out there because this is not it.
Yeah, there's much more secure men out there.
Yeah.
So
Jesus,
we don't need this one.
No.
This one needs therapy, but won't pay for it. So unfortunately, they're probably still stuck the way they are.
That says it all. Wow, hit the nail on the head. Thank you so much for sharing with us, though, and for letting us get heated over this.
Letting us roast the fuck out of him. Really, that's all I did. You can share this episode with him.
Thank you. Yeah, let him down. Not easy.
You know what? This is what you do, actually. I mean, this is what you do. You tell him it's over, and then you just tell him it's over, but tell him that the reason is in this podcast.
See if he can find it.
Yeah. He'll be like, it wasn't even about me. So that's how fucked he is. And he probably hates sleeping with the enemy.
He probably thinks it's a very different movie.
Yeah, he's probably like,
what enemy?
Yeah, I didn't see an enemy once in that film. I saw a guy with a point. No. I'm so serious. He sucks.
We fully support you in finding so many better people out there because there is much better. And we wish you the best of luck in finding that because you absolutely deserve it. We can't wait for you to find somebody better.
Both our listeners do. Maybe you two should talk. Oh my God. Maybe.
Who knows?
The only way you two will find each other, though, is if you follow us, because then you can see like who's all following us.
Ooh.
Bitch. Right? Did you like that plug?
Loved it.
The only way you're going to do that is if you follow us, Rent Free Roommates, on every social media platform except Twitter, where it's Rent Free Roomies. But if you want to email us about anything else, or anybody that's listening to this, it is rentfreeroomates@gmail.com. You can talk to us about literally anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
And when we get heated with it like this,
it's just because we care.
Yeah,
we
it's
love
not
you.
directed at you.
No, you're not in trouble. Again, nobody's in trouble.
It's coming from a place of love.
We love everybody. We're just heated bitches. Sorry.
But truly, nothing's off the table. We want to hear it all, and we just want to help. We love helping you guys, and we really love hearing from you guys after the fact as well. Mm-hmm. We love hearing from you with your stories and your questions and seeking that advice, but it means so much to us. Like, I cry every time.
It really does. It makes us feel like what we're doing is like does make a difference.
Yeah.
Like, it's really great. And truly just know that like we care. Like, we really do.
Yeah.
This is not a one night stand, guys. We really love you. This is not like, I am not just exploring my options. I want you all.
Right.
I want you all here for the long term.
We're appreciative of all of you for listening and tuning in and for writing in. We really appreciate you guys sharing with us and for trusting us. And so thank you to both of our writers who did trust us this time around, and hope to hear more from you. Thank you again, like I said earlier, to everybody just for letting me take some time for myself. I really appreciate it. And if anybody else is having a hard time out there, I hope that you also give yourself some grace and let yourself take some time. Take the time that you need. Yes, while it's good to distract, you also do need to let yourself mourn or grieve, whatever it may be. And we're here for you in that time too. So if that even is something that you want to write in about, I've got plenty of experience with it. So we're here for you, and we love you all. And
God damn it, share us with Share.
And happy Pride. We are so excited. I hope you are celebrating any way you can and want to, and are being as open as you feel comfortable.
And remember,
no one's forcing you to do anything.
Even if you don't agree, it's not your business or your place if it doesn't affect you.
Yep. Just because something can be said doesn't mean it needs to be.
And with that, we leave you.
See you next time. Love you guys.
Bye.